Don't do it with 72 hours to go for that $30,000 deposit. Because what's going to happen if you do that, Amazon's going to be like, oh, security alert. We're going to lock you down. We're going to take away your access and nobody can get into your account for the next 48 hours. Selling on Amazon is not passive income, which is why you're here listening to me. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm the founder of My Amazon Guide. In clips like you'll see today, we talk to Amazon sellers and ask them about the pains they experience. We offer solutions. We talk about PPC, SEO, design, and catalog troubleshooting. Enjoy. Osos, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the My Amazon Guide podcast.
Thanks, Stephen, for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
So I know you want to talk about some legal entity best practices. So go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, okay. So when I created my seller account, now I gained another nationality and I changed my name in the new nationality. And now I want to change the ownership of the account to the new nationality. And again, I want to change to another LLC company. So what should I do first? Should I inform Amazon that I changed my name, then change the legal entity, or go ahead and change the company and the bank account directly?
So when you're changing the back-end information on Amazon, the bank account is the most important to do a very precise way. So I'm going to talk about how to do that. But when it comes to the legal entity, Amazon just, all they do is they have you do a little interview, ask you one or two questions, you submit it within 24 hours. They just check the database. If it looks good, you're good to go. So physically change the legal entity and then do the tax interview on Amazon. You won't really have any pushback. I've never once heard of any complaints, challenges, or issues with that. One caveat, make sure that that legal entity has never been put into Amazon on another account. As long as you don't do that, you're good to go. Sounds like you're just doing a changeover. One legal entity cannot be on two accounts at the same time. So all those big Amazon aggregators, if you own multiple accounts, typically what they do is they'll have a master holding company and then children, if you will, with the sub LLCs underneath it in legal entities inside of the United States. That's typical. In terms of the bank account, so make sure when you change the bank account, it's right after a deposit. Don't do it with 72 hours to go for that $30,000 deposit. Because what's going to happen if you do that, Amazon's going to be like, oh, security alert. We're going to lock you down. We're going to take away your access and nobody can get into your account for the next 48 hours. And I see that all the time. So whenever you change a bank account, do it 3 to 5 days or a day after, somewhere in that range, within 5 days of a deposit hitting. And if you do that, then the security check won't see the risk. They don't see a hack and they'll see everything is normal. In the past, I would file tickets and let Amazon know I was about to change these things. It's no longer necessary. It's all pretty automatic and automated and the security checks. Just don't change the bank account right before a deposit. So we talked about the legal entity, the name, the display name. Also another thing I get questions about, really not, you can change the display name anytime within seconds. Same thing with the legal entity name. As long as it matches the new paperwork, you're good to go. So how did I do?
Okay, great. Yeah, that's a great advice. Thank you.
All right. Anything else on your mind today?
Yeah, I have another pricing issue. So we are selling a seasonal product. So we sold some units at a low price before the season started. Then now the season started and we try to raise the price, but the system is not allowing us at all. It just allows to raise every day like 30 cents, not more than that.
And are you losing the buy box?
Yeah, when I change the price, I lose it.
Okay, so this is the challenge when trying to launch a product and then immediately try and raise the price. How many orders have happened on this product?
Maybe 1,000.
Okay, so plenty. So I'm very surprised you can't raise it as much as you want to raise it. So what was the original price that you launched it at?
It was like 20 something. Now it is 25. I want to raise it to 30. So
that's unusual. Like you should be able to raise it. I mean, you didn't tell me something crazy. You didn't say I raised it from $5 to 50. You just basically went from 20 to 25 and you're trying to head towards 30. So that's pretty unusual. Have you set the list price?
Yeah, set it.
And is the list price set at 30?
No, it is higher than that.
Okay. Maybe pull the list price down to 30. I don't think that will help you, but it definitely couldn't hurt in your situation. You could always raise it later as well. And the other thing too is when you raise that price and you lose the buy box, if you still generate orders, you'll eventually regain it. But the problem is you lose ads and the whole thing just kind of goes up in flames. I'll be honest. I think your situation should be resolved in a couple of weeks. How long did you launch this product ago?
3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks. Okay. And when did you do the first price raise? Like how quickly in?
3 days ago.
Okay. So you launched this a couple weeks ago and didn't try and raise price until 3 days ago. Okay. And it won't let you do more than 30 cents.
Yeah, every day.
Very unusual. I would have expected you to be able to go up a solid 15 or 20% before you have buy box issues. Just to confirm, you own the brand registry. There's no other sellers.
Yeah, everything. No, there's no other sellers.
I'm going to come up
Should
short
I file
on
a
this
ticket or case or something?
I mean, the ticketing with buy box issues never helps. Unfortunately, there's nothing there. Unless some category manager in your Amazon catalog is going after you, but I've only seen that twice. And it's also in a new item, so it just doesn't make sense. So I would say if you have the ability to raise it $1 or $2 and then create a couple of manual orders, maybe wait 15 minutes before you lower the price back, see if the buy box holds. Maybe so Friday night, that's the best time to do this probably because less orders Friday night, maybe into Saturday morning. Mess with it a little bit, but I'm very surprised. Feel free to send me a link to your products. I'd like to take a closer look at this one because there's something I'm not seeing immediately when we look at this. So, but thanks for coming on the podcast. We got a couple other sellers ready to ask some additional questions. But Osos, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks, Steven.
Slam that like and subscribe button and join me every Thursday, noon Eastern Standard Time, where you can watch Amazon sellers come on camera and ask me literally any question live. We'll see you then.